Hey everyone, today we're diving into one of the biggest questions out there right now. How do we actually build ethical AI? We're going to explore this really powerful idea that suggests the answer isn't buried in a new algorithm, but in some really old wisdom. So let's just kick things off with this question. What if the key to building a better future with technology has been right here with us the whole time? I mean, this single idea could completely reframe how we think about AI, moving the whole conversation away from just code and logic and towards community and, well, humanity. And look, the stakes here are incredibly high. We are standing right on the edge of a revolution that's going to reshape pretty much everything. So the decisions we're making right now about how we design this stuff, how we use it, are going to echo for generations. This isn't just about cool new gadgets. It's about the kind of world we're building for ourselves. Okay, so that really gets us to the first big piece of this puzzle, AI's big human question. I mean, if you boil it all down, past all the technical jargon, this is what we're left with. How do we make sure these incredibly powerful tools actually serve all of us? How do we make sure they make our lives genuinely better? Yeah, and if we break that down, you can see the challenges we're up against. We need AI that gets our values and pushes for fairness, not against it. We also have to figure out how to keep our human connections strong instead of letting tech pull us apart. And that leads to this huge question. What does well-being even mean in a world driven by AI? So how in the world do we start to tackle all that? Well, the thinking here is that we should look to a pretty surprising place. Let's jump into our next section and check out how a powerful, human-centered philosophy from the ancient world could be a total game changer for us. Okay, before I even give you the name for this, just picture this for a second. Imagine an AI that isn't just built for speed and efficiency, but is actually designed from the ground up with compassion and our shared humanity baked right in. An AI that gets that people are way more than just data points on a screen. And that is where this incredible idea comes in, Ubuntu. It's this ancient and really profound African philosophy, and it's all built on a simple but incredibly powerful idea about our shared existence, about how we're all connected. You know, the whole philosophy can be summed up in this one beautiful phrase: I am because we are. It's this idea that my own humanity is completely tied up with your humanity. We're not just a bunch of individuals running around. We're all part of a larger community, and our well-being is all linked together. So let's dig into that a little deeper, right? First up, there's interconnectedness. This means realizing that something that hurts one person eventually hurts everybody. Then you've got compassion. It's not just a nice feeling, it's a core principle for making decisions. Shared humanity means we have to see the value and dignity in every single person, no exceptions. And finally, communal wisdom tells us that what's best for the group should come before what's best for just one person. Okay, so that's the what. Now for the how. How do we actually take these ancient ideas and use them to guide how we build technology today? How do you actually build an AI with Ubuntu? This chart just nails the difference. On one hand, you have standard AI development, where the main goal is usually efficiency and logic. But in AI guided by Ubuntu, its goal is completely different. It's all about our collective well-being. The core value shifts from just getting a task done to fostering human connection. And the design focus moves from just technical tweaks to creating compassionate interactions. You know, think about a customer service bot that doesn't just solve your issue, but is designed to hear the frustration in your voice and respond with real empathy. It's a totally different way of thinking. So you see, this isn't just some, philosophical daydream. The whole point here is that Ubuntu gives us a real, practical framework. It hands developers and policymakers a set of principles they can actually use to make more humane choices as they build the AI of the future. All right, and this brings us to the really exciting part. What could this future actually feel like? Let's just take a second and imagine a world where our technology isn't just smart, but it's also wise and caring. I think this quote from the source material just sums it all up perfectly. It calls this a transformative approach. See, the goal isn't just to stop AI from causing harm. The goal is to actively build systems that make our collective well-being a priority and actually strengthen the connections we have with each other. So, at the end of the day, that's the vision, right? A digital world that feels a little less cold and transactional and a lot more compassionate. A future where our most powerful tools are guided not just by massive amounts of data, but by the one thing that truly makes us human, our connection to one another. And so that brings us full circle, right back to a question, but this time it's for you to think about.
When you look at the huge challenges we're facing and you see the potential of a philosophy like this, do you think this ancient wisdom could be the guide we need? Can it help us design a truly compassionate digital future? It's definitely something we're thinking about. Thanks for digging into this with us.